Hello children, welcome to the class. Children, today we will learn a new lesson that is about a person, about a famous inventor. Okay, his name is Louis Braille. So our lesson is the story of Louis Braille. Children, have you heard about Louis Braille? So he was the person who invented the Braille language. Right children? So children, before starting the lesson, it is important to know the importance of eyes. Right? So Louis Braille was a blind person. So this story tells us the importance of eyes and why did he invent the Braille language. Right children? So children, our eyes are very precious. Right? Without eyes, it is impossible to see the world. So there are many people who are fortunate, okay, because they are gifted beautiful eyes by the God. So in our world, in this environment or in this whole world, there are few people who are unfortunate. So those people are blind people. We can admire nature around us. We can enjoy whatever we want. We can see the beautiful world. But the blind people, they are unable to see the beautiful world. Right, children? So, Louis Braille is a person who invented the Braille language for the blind people to read and write. We can see the book or we can see the paper and we can read and write. But what about the blind people? So they can't read and write as how we read. So they wanted a different language. They wanted different codes or different letters. So Louis Braille is a person who invented the different language. Okay. So that language was known as Braille language. Right, children. So here, Louis Braille, he introduced or he invented the letters which was raised and punctuated. So the people who could not see, they can just feel the letters through their hands and they can read them easily. So even they can read and write and even they can become literate like us. Okay, so though Louis became blind in very young age, so he was going to school, but he was finding it difficult to learn, read and write like other children. So once, as he was growing up, he heard there was a language that French army was using to read the codes. Okay, so that language was the code language, or the letters were punctuated. The letters were raised on the paper so that they could feel during night time and they could read the codes. So he learnt about that and he worked on that language and he developed a new language that is known as Braille language for the blind people. So he did not lose hope. As he was blind, he did not lose hope and he tried to overcome his disability. He tried to overcome his disability and also wanted to help the blind people, other people like him. And finally, he invented a language that is Braille language. So Braille language where letters were raised on paper so that one could feel the letters and they could read the letters. Okay, children, before going into our lesson, now there are four pictures of the great achievers. So in Indian literature. So we'll see how they overcome their disability. Now, who is the first person? Is John Milton. Right. Now, John Milton, he is a famous poet. Okay, so he was a famous poet. He was born in the year 1608, December 19. When John Milton was born, he was born in the year 1608 and December 9. Okay, so he is famous for Paradise Lost. He's famous for his work, Paradise Lost. Most of them have heard about this Paradise Lost. Right, children? So he was also a blind man. So he did not lose his blindness, or he was not blind by birth. He lost his eyesight at the age of 43 due to untreated glaucoma. This is a disease, so he was not treated properly. So he lost his eyesight at the age of 43. And next picture is Ved Mehta. So Ved Mehta, he was born in the year 1934. Right, children? So he is famous for the work like the walking in Indian streets and the face-to-face and portrait of India. So he is famous for the works like walking the Indian streets, and face-to-face was his autobiography, and portrait of India. So these are his famous works. So he became blind at the age of 3. So he became blind at the age of 3 when he was a small child. So, but also he did not lose his hope. He became an important person in the Indian literature. Now next, who is next? The next picture is Helen Keller. So when she was born in the year 1880. Helen Keller was born in the year 1880, and her famous works are The Story of My Life and Light in My Darkness. So these are her famous works. There are many, but these are her most famous works. That is The Story of My Life and The Light in My Darkness. And she also was blind. Okay, she was also a blind and deaf person. And Helen Keller was the first deaf and dumb person who got degree in Bachelor of Arts. Okay, now due to his ability, she lost her eyesight. She lost her eyesight and hearing ability due to unknown disease. So the disease was not recognized. She was lost her eyesight and hearing ability due to an unknown illness at the age of 19. So at a very young age, she lost her eyesight. Now next, the last picture. For the last picture, the picture is of the person, a famous singer. His name is Stevie Wonder. The person name is Stevie Wonder. He was born in the year 1950. So he is a famous singer and a musician. He is known for his singing. Okay, so he lost his eyesight when he was a 6 weeks baby. So he was lost as he was born, and when he was in the 6 weeks old, he lost his eyesight. So his famous singings, his famous songs, the famous songs sang by him are The Superstition and Higher Grounds, and many more. So he is a famous American singer. Okay, children. So, children, these are the people who overcome their disabilities. Examples. These are few examples like John Milton, Ved Mehta, Helen Keller, Stevie Wonder. There are many other achievers. Okay, but they have overcome their disabilities. They did not lose their hope, and they have achieved a lot in their life. Right, children? Even we should also not lose our hope when we face any problem. Right, children? In this story, okay, this is a story about a blind man, Louis Braille. He was blind. He became blind at a very young age, at the age of 3. So his father was a leather man who was making shoes. Okay, there while playing, he lost his eyesight when a sharp object pricked into his eyes. Okay, so he did not lose hope. First, he found it difficult, okay, to adjust to the new environment, that he was blind, right? So he took some time and he overcame his disabilities and invented a new language, that is Braille language, which was very useful, or which is very useful for the blind people now also. Okay, children, understood this much? Okay, now let's move on to our lesson. There was a time not long ago when most people thought that blind people could never learn to read. People thought that the only way to read was to look at words with one's eyes. A young French boy named Louis Braille thought differently. Blind from the age of 3, young Louis desperately wanted to read, and he was determined to find a way of doing this for himself and for all other blind people. This story begins about 200 years ago. Louis Braille was born in the year 1809. When he was born, so Louis Braille was born in the year 1809. He was a French boy. So he's in a small village near Paris. He was born in the year 1809 in a small village in Paris. Next, his father made leather goods to sell to other villagers. So his father was a person who was making goods out of leather and he was selling to the other villagers. Louis' father often used sharp tools to cut and punch holes in the leather. One day, while playing with one of his father's sharp tools, Louis' hand slipped and he accidentally poked one of his eyes. At first, the injury didn't seem serious, but then the wound became infected. A few days later, young Louis lost sight in both his eyes. The first few days after becoming blind were very hard, but as the days went by, Louis learned to adapt and tried to lead an otherwise normal life. He went to school with all his friends and did well in his studies. As he grew older, he realized that the small school he attended did not have the special facilities he needed. He heard of a school in Paris that was especially for blind students. Louis joined this school to get a good education. All along, Louis felt that there must be a way for blind people to read as quickly and as easily as a person who can see. He thought about ways of doing this. One day, somebody at Louis' school heard about an alphabet code that was being used by French army. The alphabet code was made up of small dots and dashes. These dots and dashes were raised up off the paper and could be read simply by running one's finger over them. Louis studied the code and tried it out. It was interesting but was still slow and difficult to read. The dashes took up a lot of space on a page. Each page could only hold one or two sentences. Louis knew that he could improve this alphabet in some way, perhaps by removing the dashes. On his next vacation at home, Louis began to think about how he could make the system of dots and dashes simply. As he sat there in the father's leather shop, the idea came to him in a flash. The very tool which had caused him to go blind could be used to make a raised dot alphabet that would enable him to read. The next few days he spent working on an alphabet made up entirely of 6 dots. The position of the different dots would represent the different letters of the alphabet. Louis used the tool to punch out a sentence. He read it quickly from left to right. Everything made sense. It was a new system of reading by feeling with fingers, and it worked. From that day to this, people who are unable to see make use of this system for reading. Named it after inventor, this is called Braille. Braille has changed the lives of blind people all over the world. A better system of reading than Braille is yet to be invented. Then did you understand? So here what the writer is telling, so what information the author is giving about Louis Braille. So there was a time long ago when most of the people thought that blind people could never learn to read, and people thought that the only way to read was to look at the words with one's eye. Here, long time ago, people believed that the people were not much educated like now. So the people believed that the people who are blind are unable to read and write in their life. So the only way to read and write was through the one's own eyes. So the people who had eyesight, so only they can read and write. The people believed like that. But the young French boy named Louis Braille thought differently. So this boy, the Louis Braille, the hero of our story, he thought differently. What did he thought? The blind from the age of 3, young Louis desperately wanted to read. So the Louis Braille became blind at the age of 3, and in spite of his blindness, he wanted to read and write. So, and he was determined to find a way of doing this for himself and for all the other people. Now, though he wanted to read and write, he was very passionate to read and write. So he wanted different way. He was in search of different way through which he can read and write. Also, he can help the other people like him to read and write, to get education. Right. Now this story begins about 200 years ago. The story of Louis Braille begins 200 years ago. Means here the author is telling that Louis Braille was born in the year 1809. 200 years ago. So, in a small village in the year 1809, a boy will be born in Paris, a small village in Paris. He was a person by name Louis Braille. So, his father was a person who was preparing or who was producing the goods out of leather items. It may be bags, belts, shoes, so like these. Okay, jacket. Though he was a person who was preparing the leather goods. So, and he was selling that leather items to the other villagers. Okay, so, and he was earning the money. Louis' father often used sharp tools to cut and punch holes in the leather. Now we can't make holes the leather easily, very easily. So, what we want a sharp object, right? Here also Louis' father, he used sharp tools to make hole in the leather. So one day while playing with one of his father's sharp tools, Louis' hand slipped and he accidentally poked one of his eyes. Now here what we can understand that one day when Louis Braille was 3 years old, so he was playing with a sharp tool which his father was using to make holes in the leather. So he was playing with the sharp tool and accidentally that sharp tool will fall into his eyes. So it will poke the Louis Braille's eyes. Now what happened? At first the injury didn't seem so serious. Now, at first the injury, the wound did not look like the serious. Here what do you mean by injury? So injury means wound. At first the wound did not seem so serious, but later the wound became infected. It became infected, and few days later he lost his eyes, one of his eyes, and later it spread to the other eye, and he lost both eyes also. So the first few days after becoming blind were very hard. But as the days went by, Louis learned to adapt and tried to lead an otherwise normal life. Now, first few days or first few months, it was very difficult for Louis Braille to adjust to the new environment, to adapt to the new environment. But later, gradually he started to working on it and he adjusted to the new environment, that is darkness. So he started his normal life. So what do you mean by adapt? Adjust to new conditions. Adapt means adjust to new conditions. As now we are adjusting to the new conditions, right? So even you are sitting at home and learning, even we are in school, but we can't see you face to face. Through phones and through laptops, we are learning something. Right, children, here also same way, the Louis Braille also, he gradually adjusted to the blindness. Okay. Now, he went to school with all his friends and did well in studies. So, he went to school along with his friends, and though he was a blind boy, he worked, he did well in his studies. As he grew older, he realized that the small school he attended did not have special facilities he needed. Now, as he grew into a big boy, he realized that the school in which he was studying was not having any special facilities for the blind people. So he heard of a school in Paris that was especially for blind students. So he joined this school to get a good education. So he heard there was a school in Paris which was giving special education for the people who are blind. So he joined to that school and to get good education. All along, Louis felt that there must be a way for blind people to read as quickly and as easily as a person who can see. Now, what Louis thought? Louis thought that there must be a different language for blind people to read and write as easily as the other people. Right? Without that, why they will have the school? Correct. So there might be a different way of reading and writing for the blind people. He thought, and also he thought about the ways of doing for. Now he also started to think about what are the ways that were there for the blind people, and he also started the new ways how he can develop. Okay. Now, one day somebody at Louis school heard about an alphabet code that was being used by the French army. Now, one day in school, someone told that there was a code language. There was a code language which was used by the French army to read the code at the night time. Okay, because the enemies could attack them. So they were using the code language, so they can just feel the letters through their fingers and they can understand the message. So the alphabet code was made up of small dots. What was that code language? The code language was the alphabets which were made of small dots and dashes. Okay. Now these dots and dashes were raised up off the paper and could be read simply by running one's fingers over them. Here, how was the letter? The letters were in the form of dots and dashes, and it was raised up, means it was so that we can feel the dots. Okay, we can feel the dots and dashes, so through that they could read the message. So Louis Braille got to know about this language and he started to work on it. Now Louis studied the code and tried it out. Now first, if you want to develop something or if you want to understand something, first we have to learn that language. Correct? So he also first started to understand the dashes and dots, the letters. Now after that he started to develop his own letters. Now first what he felt that it was very interesting. So it was very new to him, the dots and dashes which were raised on the paper. So he felt it was very interesting, and but also it was very slow. It was very slow and it was difficult to read because there were dashes which was difficult to understand the letters. The dashes took up a lot of space on the page. Each page could only hold one or two sentences. Here what happened? The dashes took lot of space between the letters. So it was becoming difficult for the people to read. Okay, and only two or three sentences could be written in the page. So it was difficult for the people to understand. So Louis thought a new thing could improve a new alphabet in some way. What happened? Louis thought that a new language could be improved. So what was that new language? By taking the help of the dots and dashes, he thought of inventing the new language or new alphabet to improve the alphabet. Now, perhaps by removing the dashes, what he thought? Perhaps if we remove the dashes, it could be easy to read the alphabet. Now, on his next vacation, now what do you mean by vacation? Vacation means holiday. Okay. Now, on his next vacation at home, now on his holidays, what he did, Louis began to think about how he could make the system of dots and dashes simple. Now first he learned the way of reading and writing the code language which was used by French army. Right. So he find that was difficult to understand because the dashes took lot of gap between the letters. Okay, now he thought of simplifying the dots and dashes. And what happened? Now, as he sat there in his father's leather shop, the idea came to him in a flash. Now, as he was sitting in his father's shop, leather shop, he got an idea. And what was that idea? The very tool which had caused him to go blind could be used to make a raised dot alphabet that would enable him to read. What was the idea? He thought that with the sharp tool, the tool which caused him to become blind, he used that sharp tool to develop the letters. So to develop the raised letters on the leather, and he can create the new alphabets, and he can enable to read and write. Okay. Now, the next few days he spent working on the alphabet and made up entirely of 6 dots. Now, what he did, the French army which they were using the code, it was having 12 dots. So now he simplified, he made it simple, and he brought the dots to the 6 dots. Okay. Now, the position of the different dots would represent the different letters of the alphabet. Now, here the different position, the position of dots in different places represented the different alphabet. Now, see in your page number 37, you can see the bold dots and the small dots. So, this different bold dots, it signifies the different alphabets. Now, Louis used the tool to punch out a sentence. Now, as he developed the letters, as he learned the letters, now he started to develop the sentence. Now, he read it quickly from left to right. Now, he started to punch the letters and he started to frame the sentence, and through that sentences or through the dots, raised dots, he could read the letters very easily and very quickly. Now, everything made sense. Now, everything was correct. Now, there was no difficulty in reading. So, it was easy to read from left to right and from right to left. Okay. So, it was a new system of reading by feeling with fingers, and it worked. Now, a new system was invented. So, what was the system? The system of reading through by feeling through the fingers, the raised dots by reading through the fingers. So, the new system was raised for reading by feeling through the fingers, and actually it worked. So, actually it helped the people who were blind. From that day to this, people who are unable to see make use of this system for reading. Now, from that day, from the 200 years, from the past 200 years to till now, this language, the language of raised dots, raised letters are being used by the blind people to read and write. Now, these letters, the raised letters, were named after the great inventor, that is Louis Braille. Now, this language came to be known as Braille language. Understood, children? Now, this is called Braille, and the Braille has changed the life of blind people all over the world. Now, those who thought that we are unable to read and write, it gave a new light towards them. Right? It showed a new life, or it gave a new light in their darkness, in the life of darkness. Right? Now, the blind people could able to read and write like other people. So, it became a very important invention in the life of blind people. Now, the better system of reading than Braille is yet to be invented. Here, what the last line is telling, the better system, better than this Braille language, is yet to be invented. So, it is not invented yet. So, now also the blind people use this Braille language to read and write. Now, understood, children? I hope you have understood. Now, there are few words. What is this? What are the words? That is injury means wound. Adapt, adjust to new conditions. Adapt means to adjust to new conditions, and vacation means holiday. Now I hope you have understood, children. So we understood through this lesson, we understood that how people overcome their disability and how they became great inventors or great persons in their own field. So they did not lose their heart when they came under when they sorry when they underwent the disability. They did not lose their hope, so they took their disability as a challenge and they became very successful people in their life. I hope you have understood this lesson, children. In the next class, we will meet with a very interesting story. Okay, children? Thank you.